Good morning. So you are Laffey's, or mine. You are my new video team. You are going to be creating videos. And the thing with creating videos is that it can get kind of boring, but we're going to make it a little bit more exciting. Okay, so we're going to take the concepts that are passed to us or whatever we can think of, and we're going to start turning them into short videos. We're basically going to turn this process into an influencing process where we can become influencers on Google, YouTube, etc. So we want to be known as associated with all things real estate. So when we start looking at real estate, we're going to start looking at concepts like kitchens, bathrooms, anything that's real estate related, also anything that's community related that can be brought back to real estate. So I just sent you this email, and it has the basic outline of what we're going to be doing, what you're going to be doing, and our goal is really to create 1 to 3 videos per week for each of us. And I'll be taking those videos and turning them into the whole Google SEO thing. All right, so that we can get them ranked, and somebody types in Long Island kitchens and baths, and they see a Laffey video. And it's just going to be about kitchens and baths, things like that. But at the end of every video, it shows Laffey.com, and it'll have a tagline appropriate to things like find your next kitchen and bath at Laffey.com. So our goal is to have these videos that at the end of every video, we're guiding them to Laffey.com, which will help create more traffic and hopefully more business. And that's how we're going to influence Google locally in the communities and in these different keywords. So it's a fairly simple process. Kara and I have been working on this for a couple of months, and we think we've got it down. So I give you the 5-step process right here. You take the concept, kitchens and bathrooms. You'll download some pics from Unsplash and Pexels and whatever other source you have. Not Google Images, but the free sites where we can pull images with good quality and basically right on category is what we're looking for. You'll upload those to Magisto. So let's go through Magisto real quick. Magisto is an online software that helps us create videos. We have a corporate account. I've been using this for years. And so now you have access to that. So when you sign in, you're going to use the sign-in that I gave you, the login, laffeyhomes@ny@gmail.com, and the password was Northern55, I think. Yes, capital N. So you have that login now, and you're just going to log in. We all have access to it. One thing I need to check is to see if we could all log in at the same time. If we can't, then we'll just come up with a system where we advise each other that we're logged into the system. But I think we can have multiple people log in at once. So here are some of the videos that we've worked on in the past. Kara has worked on kitchens and baths, 4th of July. When you see copy of a copy, it's because we're editing whatever copy. So Kara would create one. I would go in and look at this, and I wanted to make edits. So it has to make a copy, and then you edit that copy, and then you can save that copy. So this was basically two editings that we had done, copy of a copy, because when you see copy, that's the first edit, and then the second edit was copy of a copy. I like to keep it that way so that I know how many versions we're on, and that helps us really know what we've refined as we move along. So let's look at this one right here. Kitchen is the heart of the home. It's a 35-second video. Let me turn up the volume. It's got music that goes along with it. And so the concept here was obviously kitchens is the heart of the home, traditions. The photos are very diverse, but it's telling you all the things that you already know. Now, the software does all of that animation for us. So all we have to do is take the concept and let's go back to videos. All we have to do is take the concept and then start putting all of the images together and put text over it. Now, as you saw, very simple text, just exactly what we're trying to convey. It's the heart of the home. It's where everybody gathers, etc. So those are the simplicities of making these videos. It's not going to be too complicated. And you're going to take that concept and you're just going to apply a very logical approach to it. So let's look at backyards real quick. Now, Kara and I have worked on the refinement of those animations. So as you can see, this slides in, or it can slide in from the left or the right. It has the ability to edit those animations. So we're trying to see what really works for us. If you notice these orange little bubbles, that kind of animation is nice. It's a little campy, but it's okay because we want it to be noticed. So at the end here, we have visit Laffey.com, which is what we want. We want at the end of every video, it's to go to Laffey.com, visit Laffey.com, search Laffey.com. And those are the three main ones. But ultimately, at the end of every video, it's saying the same thing. Go to Laffey.com and find whatever it is that we're trying to convey, which is kitchens and baths, backyards, summertime things, springtime things, planting, everything that is lifestyle, home related. And that's the videos that those are the videos that we're going to be putting together. You're going to be putting these together because the reason we're making this diverse is that everybody's perspective is different. Kara and I have worked on it from 2 different perspectives, also with Lori from Port Washington, and we've got 3 different. And Gretel has done a bunch as well. And everybody's got a slightly different perspective, whether it's based on where your office is or based on, your life. So the reason we have so many people on this team is because we're all going to come at it from different perspectives, and I'm going to help actually refine it and bring it all together so that I can upload it to our YouTube channel. So whatever wild ideas you have, whether it's pools in the backyard, different lifestyle types of pools, slides, exotic things, luxury things, on a budget, it doesn't matter. Whatever ideas you have, we're going to throw them in the hopper and we're going to figure them out together and figure out what works for us. Kara and I have done that, and we've refined the process to basically say, okay, this is a kind of a cool concept, but let's simplify it, and let's just make it as easy as possible for us to create these videos that are only at max 30 seconds. Now, we can talk about listing videos another time, but if you had a luxury listing, we could always throw the luxury photos in here and create a new video. So for instance, if you had a $4 or $5 million listing and it really needs high profile, we could put it together. I don't want to make listing videos for agents right now because it creates more work for us, and it also has a process where they don't like this and they don't like that, and then we've got to fine tune based on what they like. But what I will allow us to do is create a luxury video. For instance, in Linda's office, she has that is it a $5-6 million listing, whatever it is. It's an extravagant listing. Philip has one in Millneck. So if your office has one of those super high-end listings, we can put a video together because we can promote that as a company. And that's really what I want to do. I don't want to get down to the individual agents yet. It's still upon them to do that. But we can talk about that later on. But right now, I want to focus on 15 to 30 second videos. Small bites that has our Laffey logo and the concept. Search Laffey.com for your kitchen. Search Laffey.com for your ultimate backyard. So let's go back to videos. We'll take a look at some of the ideas. What we want to do later on is go into community things. Like when we go to Laffey.com, there's a blog that tells us where the best juice bars are on Long Island, where the best restaurants, the best sushi place, best pizza place. Delta is creating all of those blog posts for us, and we can turn those blog posts into short videos. So for instance, the blog post about a juice bar, the juice bars on Long Island, we can turn that into a story, we can turn that into a quick Instagram video, and then we can start tagging local businesses. Now, that blog post gave us 5, so I could actually take 5 photos with 5 locations, put them in this video, and it would probably go about maybe 28 seconds. And then we tag all of those establishments. And now we're helping promote other people who will also help promote us. So that's our goal here, is to get into those kinds of things. So you're going to start with the simple things. You're going to start with the bedrooms, the baths. Like here's a new one that Kara's putting together. Now, you can make them specifically related to the towns that your office is in or the surrounding towns. That's fine. I'm okay with all of that. We're also doing some other things, like here was a top producer luncheon. Very nice stuff. And this is great. This is going to help satisfy a couple of things for us. One, we want to get those short bites out with the kitchens and baths, but we also want to do the internal promotion. And in your office, you're going to be able to do those on the fly. So for instance, if you have an office gathering, whether it's the office meeting or it's just an office luncheon, you can quickly put one of these together for your office. On the main corporate level, we're doing obviously top producers for across the entire company. So basically what we want to do is put these together as well. And this is less than a minute, but it does help us with the internal promotion, and it does make people feel just very good about what they're doing and the gatherings that we're getting together now. These are great rah-rahs, and we want to continue to do these. So as you can see, here's a cross section of what we're doing: bedrooms and baths and holidays and kitchens, and here's bathrooms. They're not all, these high-end luxury like you would think that you would get with some of these other Halstead or Brown Harris Stevens. What we're looking for is the lifestyle stuff, the stuff that we can pump out into Instagram, the stuff we can pump out onto YouTube and get Google searches for. This is stuff that we can produce quickly. Now, if we're producing 1 to 3 videos per creator per week, we're upwards of maybe 5 to 10 videos per week out with the Laffey brand on it. Now, I'll work on some of the other higher end videos with regards to the videos that the managers are doing. I'm going to basically try to put some things together that are... Are
you interested in becoming a top producer in real estate?
Taking some of what they're putting together in these videos and chopping it up. Now, this one is in the works. I don't like the whole theme right now, but you can see that video is coming our way. I want to be able to chop it up and put out little bites or give them out to managers so that they can use them to help with recruiting. So we're getting some quality in here, but I have to be able to change it into the right theme. So let's go through creating a video real quick. Up here at the top button, create a video, and it's basically a 3-step process. So we're going to add media, and all you need to do is press the upload button, and it's going to go to your uploads. Let's go to download. Let's see if I have photos here. I'm pretty sure I do. Here we go. So here was the luncheon. Let me see if I want to do property photos. Here's property photos. So what I'll do is I'll take property photos. Now, if it was a concept, you'll take the photos of the kitchens and the baths and the backyards and whatever it may be, but I'm just going to use the property photos for right now. All right, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos. All right, I'm going to upload those photos. It's automatically going to upload those photos. I'm just going to click add. Fairly quick. These are good high quality photos. And I'm going to hit the next button. So the first step is done. The next one is pick a theme. Now, when I click all, you'll look down and you'll see all the different types of themes. I want you to look at all of those because some of them are fun. For instance, if this one was your office party, you would use the party one. Bubbles, not so much. But you'll try ones and you'll say, oh, that worked. And you'll say, oh, that didn't work. Now, the Lux one is nice for any kind of luxury thing because the animation that they do is simple. It's done for you. Basically, you click that one, and then you're going to go over to music, and we're going to try to find music. Let's see. Oh. So when you hover over the music, obviously it plays loud. And you can go through them. It's only going to take you about 10 seconds per just to listen. And then you'll make notations on which ones you like the most. But there's bossa nova in there. There's hip hop. There's electronic music. There's classical music. There's everything in here. There's like 1,000 different songs in here. So I'm going to name it. I'm just going to name it Test 3. And it's automatically going to put everything together. Okay, and it takes a couple of minutes depending on how many photos you have, but that's how simple it's going to be. While it's doing that, let me just go over to YouTube and show you where I'll be uploading everything. I'm going to start creating different playlists, and those playlists are going to be lifestyle. So when you look at something like this one right here, which was a luxury, this was the Villa Phillips listing. Go back, video's starting. Stop it for a second. Stop. And so when we go back here, I'm going to be creating different playlists and uploading them and then optimizing them so that they come up in search. So for instance, let's look at, let me see, where did I have kitchens and baths? Let's see. Okay. So here's one, kitchen sold by Laffey Real Estate. So I took the video that Kara created and then I just basically optimized it and set it up on YouTube so that we have.
Do you love Gantt charts? Here's how easily you can build one in ClickUp.
Turn off the ads. And in about a week, it's already got 551 views. And that's because I do a lot of other things to distribute that video. We're getting views. And there's already likes. So you've seen that video. And so basically what I'm going to get us to a point of saying, okay, if somebody searches for kitchens, we want to get kitchen sold by Laffey Real Estate here at the top keyword. So kitchen sold by Laffey Real Estate. Is there anybody searching that? I'm not sure. But these keywords here, sold and Laffey Real Estate, are all the ones that are getting into the search phrases that are being used. And there's a chance that somebody might look for kitchens on Long Island. And I'll adjust the keywords accordingly, but our goal is to make sure that these videos are on page 1. And if you notice, Laffey Real Estate, Laffey.com, all of these are Laffey.com. And then we have all of these other images here. This is complete search engine optimization. And you never know who's going to be searching for kitchens and Laffey Real Estate related. So ultimately we want search Laffey Real Estate. And then you've got offices, and you've got Laffey.com, and you've got other related videos as well. So even when we go to the videos, Belrose Realtors, information about home buyers, like I want to fill every possible search phrase with all the different videos. Kitchens and baths, backyards, solar panels on your roof. It doesn't matter. Whatever's real estate related, this time next year we're going to have hundreds of videos covering all of those phrases and driving more traffic to Laffey.com. So let's go back to the video and take a look at what we just did. Now, that was a 3-step process that took roughly, what, a minute? Now, you can already see there's some editing that we're going to have to do because the logo doesn't seem to fit and the photos are all different sizes. And this is where the editing comes in. Your eye is going to look at that and go, okay, that was nice, but it's not, wasn't exactly symmetrical. So let's edit that video. When you edit the video, you're going to go back and you're going to look at these photos. First thing you're going to do is you're going to go down to the format and you're going to choose what you want, whether it's landscape. For right now, I want us to all stick with square because that'll be uniform. This is something that we can quickly post to Instagram as well as Facebook and YouTube. Square, nice uniform thing for us to work with. Now, you do have the ability to move that photo. Okay, so you don't have to be stuck with a photo that's like, half this or half that. Now, I like this because it shows the tennis court. So luckily, I'm able to move that photo. So I moved it so it fits in the square. And then I can move on to the next photo and I can do the same thing. Perhaps I want to center this. And the same thing with this one as well. This one covers this one. And here, maybe I want to move it so that the windows are on each side. That's a little bit better. And the same thing here. Maybe I want it so that I can see the atrium next to the kitchen. This is a much better shot. So when you're looking at that, then you can click on this up here and look at the entire set of photos that we have. And then you say, oh, okay, I want to add a scene. I want to add a scene, whether you want to add another photo or do you want to add a title. Now, the title is great because we can talk about luxury on this one, right? Luxury in Muttontown. Okay, so now I've added a title. And you can drag and drop and move this to the beginning so that when you're looking at this video, this is what's going to happen. The scene is going to play and it's going to play this first. Now, the beauty of these is that you can actually edit them so that they're drag and drop, or you can edit the text. So if I click this, hold on, I click this and then I can make this a little bit bigger, or you can scale it on the other side. So there's You can change the duration, make it a 5-second opening. I typically like 2 to 3 seconds for everything. Unless it's a lot of text where I want them to read that text, and maybe it's 4 or 5 seconds. But on average, it's going to be 2 to 3 seconds per slide. So when we look at these and go back here, this one's 3 seconds. Okay, that's fine. This one's only 1 second. So I wanted to adjust that so that it's 2.5 seconds. The system automatically does it for you, but I want you to see how things work so that you can make adjustments. Because when you're viewing it, you may say, oh, I really wanted to look at this photo a little bit longer because it has the pool, the tennis court, and the home, and the equestrian area here. So this would probably be more like a 4-second one, 4.5 seconds. And so now let's just quickly save and preview. So when you save and preview this, it's basically taking what you've done and it's redoing the editing. What do they call it? The rendering. Sorry, the rendering. And it's redoing the video for you based on what you just changed. See how it holds that one a little bit longer? That was nice. Here's the one that's centered, much better. And this one covers those 2 places. And at the end, you're basically going to put one in that says, and let me go back to editing, you're going to put one in that says, don't forget to search Laffey Real Estate. Visit Laffey Real Estate. Find Laffey Real Estate. Now, it may be on this slide, for instance. So, for instance, this is the exit. For this, I would basically click the text button on the left-hand side, and I would say, visit Laffey.com. You know what? Hold on one second. I'll show you a little trick that Kara showed me. So I would separate that by just putting one word first. That's visit. And then I would add another piece of text that said Laffey.com. And the reason we do this separately is because we're going to do animation on one. Now up here is this, on the right side is animation. We're going to click one of the animations that we like and try them all so that you can see what they look like. Like that one's not bad, right? But the one that we've settled on is the one with the lines. Now we'll try all of them just to show you what they look like. And it fades in. And then this one we love. It's crisp, it's clean, it's simple. Now, we also changed the color of the text to ones that are in here and they're standard. Now, we can do white or orange depending on the photo. All right, you're going to make it work. So for instance, orange doesn't work here, so let's go back to, let's say black. Okay, black doesn't work either, so let's try white. And now white works. So white can be placed everywhere. Now the Laffey logo is up here, so we want to keep text away from that. And we might just do this, and maybe we change the size, and we move it around, and we change visit to a little bit smaller, and we move it over here. And sometimes you can use a drop shadow. I like that. If you do use a drop shadow, make it consistent for every bit of text. So it pops a little bit more. And now, so that I'm going to click this and then we'll click here and see how that works. It's a few extra seconds to do it, but you're going to see this when you edit the video. So let's save and preview it. Now we've edited it twice. And you may do it 3 or 4 times before you actually save it. Now keep in mind, once you do a final one, that's a final one for approval. So if I look at it or Kara looks at it, she may actually edit it again, and that'll end up being a copy of the edit that you're doing. Because you have the ability to edit 10 times before you save it. I like that we hold on the last one. I love this shot here, and obviously the last one with the atrium and the kitchen. Beautiful. And you see the animation. Now it's in a low res right now, but when you save it, it's high res. It looks great. It absolutely looks fabulous. So let's go back and edit real quick. And you can always add more photos. You can actually add video in here as well, not just pictures. So if you had a video of the property, which I happen to have, I could add that video just by saying, okay, let me upload media. And go to upload. Let me find that video. I have it here somewhere. I thought I had it, but I don't have it. Okay, so I could add any video in there. Let me just see if I have a short video. All right, so let's say this was their property. I'm going to add this one real quick. And once you add this video, you have the ability to trim the video. And you can cut it down to a quick 5 seconds. So if there was an aerial of this property here, which there actually is, but I'm using a different one for right now. This is a rather large video. So when you load the video, and it could be a quick video or a long video, but you're going to trim it down to what we talked about. The 4 to 5 seconds that you're really looking for. And what's cool about that is if you're doing an area, for instance, Long Island has some great vista views. I mean, whether you're on the North Shore or the South Shore, or the North Fork, South Fork, even going through Manhattan, we have some great aerial views. And when we start focusing on those communities, whether it's the Hamptons or the North Fork wineries or the parks, we're going to have videos that have aerial views that are going to be extremely helpful for us. And we're going to be able to import those in. Now, I believe you can, if we went to cover.co, I think that's mostly video. And so you'll be able to do, let's say, let's just do a beach shot. All right. Plenty of beaches on Long Island, right? So we can always find one like this. And, you know, obviously palm trees is not us, so you're not going to want to do that. But you can find one that can be close to a Long Island beach. Like this one right here. Not too bad. That might not be by Montauk or something like that. And there are plenty of other shots to look at. So we can always insert video into these shots, into these videos that we're creating. So let's go back. All right, so it's here. Now what I want to do is I want to trim this. So I'm going to click the trim button, which is a little scissor. And now I'm trimming this video down to 6 seconds. And I'm going to move say 6 seconds. There we go, 5.7, that's good. So now that video is in there. And let's say this was the aerial view of this property. It might look something like this. So we got luxury in Muttontown, which is only 2 seconds. And we're going to make it 3 seconds. And then we're going to go over here and we play this video. And it's 6 seconds of the aerial view of that luxury home. And then it goes right into the static photos, which actually animate a little bit. So folks, this is really easy for us to do. The hardest part is really taking the concept and putting it in motion. So, and Kara can talk to you better about this. You know, initially it's like, okay, well, what do I put? All right, let's start with kitchens. All right, throw the kitchen photos up there and then start editing. And this is where the creativity starts to spark. So this is good. I'm going to save this for now because it's just a test one for us. Now, when you save these, I want you to save them right into this 2021 branding because we're going to put all the videos in there and then I will parse them out later. But for right now, that's where we save all the videos. Now you can download the video, but first we have an approval process. You're basically going to say, Ron, there's a new video in there. It's about luxury in Muttontown. Take a look at it for your approval. That's after you save, after editing it 2 or 3 times. Send it for approval. And the approval process is not, you know, this is not a hard approval kind of thing. I'll look at it and I want to be able to discuss the concepts with you so that you fully understand the direction we're going. And again, Kara is going to be your point on this. She really understands conceptually what we're doing. And, you know, she has a good eye on this. Lori as well. So you're all going to get up to speed fairly quick. And you're also going to have your own opinions on what it should look like. And if you find things within the templates that we're missing, like for instance, if you see any of these other templates that are here and you'd like to use them, let's talk about it. They've got 1,000 different templates in here. And what we're looking for is the millennials. Okay? This is what we're going for, because this is what is stopping eyeballs to look at whatever is being put out there. And so we have a 1,000 different templates we can go in here. And for instance, we can do happy birthdays. So anyway, that's it for us today. This is a quick training. I just wanted to put a video together. We're going to gather next week and we're going to talk about this, but I want you to look at this video today for what it is. Send me any questions you have, and just reach out to Kara if you have any other questions, but you have the login. Go in there, create a video. All right. It'll take you like 5 minutes, and that'll be your first video. Just mark it test Brookville, test Westbury, test wherever. All right. Thanks for listening. Catch you later.